try to talk through the whole game or as much as you can without even seeing the notation, right?
So I played Italian, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, c3, knight f6. I played d4, takes on pawn takes on d4. Play e5, and e5, d5, e5, d5, bishop b5, knight e4, and pawn takes on d4, and bishop b6. This is all theory. I didn't play the main line. I think you're supposed to play knight c3 there as like most popular move. I believe I played h3. I don't really like bishop g4, so I'm trying to prevent that initially. I think he castled, then I castled, and they played f6. Which I think that's a good move. And I played bishop e3, and he took on e5. I think that's not a good move because it lets my knight stand on e5. And so I take on c6 with my bishop. And you can take. He took the bishop on c6. You can't really take on d4 because I'll take with my knight. And if you take my bishop after I take my knight, I'll take on c6. And there's a queen d5 check idea and knight e7 4. So you have to take with the pawn, and then I take with my knight on e5. And I played bishop a6. It looks threatening, but I think there isn't anything specific there. So I played rook e1. There are always knight f2 ideas, but I don't think it works in this position. He played queen d6, threatening to play c5. I played knight c3, and he can't play c5 because I'll take on the knight on queen b3, and there's we get checkmated or lose an exchange. So he didn't play c5. He played bishop a5, and I think that lost you a tactic because I can take on e4, knight e4, and if you take my knight, pawn takes e4 on the knight. I play queen a4. My rook is under attack, so he took it, but bishop e1, and I take the bishop on a6, and now the bishop on e1 is trapped. You have some queen b4, bishop f2 ideas, but he didn't play them. I think then you play c5. I can take the queen because he takes with the pawn and my knight is under attack, so I play queen c4. King h8 is the only move, and then I took on e1, and then he took my pawn on d4. I took with the bishop. He played rook a d8. It looks kind of scary, but bishop c3, and I think there's nothing there. And he played queen d5, I think, and then I exchanged the queens, queen d5, rook d5, rook d4, and I think that's rook d1, rook e1, rook e1, bishop e1. I think that's a losing endgame for black, and I have a pawn and two pieces for rook. He continued playing. I think played rook f5. I played bishop c3 and king g8, I think. I played a4, and he played king d7. No. Oh.
Like rook d4 switch. Rook f5, king g8 switching the border.
Oh.
a6.
Oh yeah. You have to play a6. I forgot where's the king. He played king f8, knight d7 check, king d7, knight b8, king d6. I took on a6. Looks like my knight is trapped, but so he plays c5. I played b4, pawn takes on b4. I took with the knight. He took my a5 pawn, and I took the pawn on g7. I'm up 2 pawns. I think we played a few moves. I don't really remember the order there.